Hey everybody, welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. This is actually going to be episode 7. You'll understand the concept of this when you listen to my little teaser. It's just a 15-minute thing. I did say I was going to try and get a full episode out, but things have been quite manic. I had time just to knock a couple of things out. So I did a 15-minute teaser. If it goes down well, who knows? I might record another one for you. I might not. It depends how the fuck I feel.
There goes one disclaimer already gone.
Yeah, I aren't bothering with with disclaimers anymore. If you've listened to it, you know me, you know Matt Burns, this is not PG friendly. I aren't going to come out with a cobra and go and attack Matt Burns like that. So there you go. If we had a webcam, that sound effect might have been more impressive to watch me do a Santino Morello impression.
The surprising thing, you actually got the hand gesture right.
Yeah, so there we go.
So basically, he's just outdone quite a few of the wrestlers who I've seen on the training scene.
Yeah.
Not naming names.
So this is episode 7. We do apologise about last week. Something came up I couldn't miss. It was national qualifiers for English 8 ball, and I'm part of a team. We had a good chance of qualifying. We missed out by 2 frames. Disappointed is one word. I was quite frantically drunk by the end of it as well.
You sort of kind of needed to be. But that's the best way to
handle disappointment.
Yeah.
So we handled disappointment by getting drunk. So hopefully better luck to us next year. But we're here, we're back, we're bigger, badder than ever. I was just looking at Matt's booze, which looks quite big from last night.
Yeah, I will say it does happen. It does get physical. It's a wrestling. Whoever says it's fake. Tell that to the bruises. Tell that to the injuries.
So we're not going to do what we usually do, which is summarise, which actually do like a detailed review of Raw. We're also just going to try to summarise the best points the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So before we do that, how's your 2 weeks been? Did you miss me?
Terribly. To be honest with you, I've actually missed doing that. I hate missing a week at this show. Hate it. I really, really hate it. I try my best not to miss a show. Unfortunately, we got lucky today, if you think about it.
Yeah, we got lucky today. We weren't as lucky yesterday when I recorded the little taster session. We were going to do a double episode, and then he got a last minute booking. It was for quite a bit more than he usually gets paid, so it was a bit hard not to turn down. So I told him go for it, and I'd throw a taster together. So looking at Raw for the last 2 weeks, the good, the bad, and the goddamn ugly. What do you think?
There's been some good, there's been some bad, and there has been some downright ugliness of Raw. But what would you say is one of your top points that you saw on Raw?
One of my top points was Seth Rollins turning heel.
I don't believe it. You read my mind, then. You read my mind.
It was really well done. On the other one, I covered that I didn't expect the Evolution, the Shield, to actually go like a clean sweep. I wasn't expecting that. But the next night, for Seth Rollins to turn and to literally beat down Reigns and Ambrose with a chair.
Who we all thought was going to be the first one.
Yeah. Reigns' back must be black and blue.
I'll tell you this now. Mick Foley even mentioned this online himself. But, he says taking a chair shot can be worse than barbed wire. Now, not everyone thinks barbed wire is going to be hurting, but they don't realise how painful a chair shot can be. I've been hit by one in the head. And it's now also been banned because of safety precautions. But even getting hit in the back,
yeah,
you can get hit that hard. As Mick Foley put it, this is from his words. He felt like once from a previous experience, it was on Undertaker. I think it was a house show. He got hit so hard, he felt like he wanted to crawl in a hole in the ring and slowly wither away.
Well, if he was facing the Undertaker, I'm sure the Undertaker could have made a hole in the ring appear as well.
Pretty much. No, but the fact is, not many people realise how painful a chair shot can be.
And in all fairness, I've seen Undertaker swing some mean chair shots.
Exactly, but
he used to swing a chair like bloody like one of the New York Yankees and swing a baseball bat. He'd go from the hip and he'd follow through.
Pretty much a home run each time.
Yeah, and
And
which
the way
is quite
Seth
impressive.
used the chair, though, it was just brutal.
Did you see the curb stomp?
Oh, yeah.
Gears of War was proud of that curb stomp.
I'm pretty sure they'd be proud, but the point being is, if you noticed, look how when Seth hit him with the chair and when Randy hit him with the chair, did you notice the impact of it? It was completely different.
But it was impressive. That was a nice highlight. One of the bads of Raw. I don't know if we'll agree on this.
Go on.
Daniel Bryan losing the title.
That's an ugly.
Yeah.
That's an ugly for me.
Supposedly he isn't fit enough to compete for Money in the Bank.
It's an ugly for me because if they were going to strip him of the title,
Why not just do it at Payback and have a title match at Payback?
Exactly.
But now Money in the Bank's going to have 6 or 8 men going for the title.
But then that takes away the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So it's not Money in the Bank, it's just a 6-man ladder match.
Yeah, but they're going to have another one as well with a briefcase up, which I think sort of devalues the whole point of the Money in the Bank.
So they are having another.
Supposedly, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then fair enough. If they don't, then that's not Money in the Bank.
It's just a ladder pay-per-view.
It's just a 6-man ladder match.
Yeah, which is going to be quite chaotic for the titles. But this would be the perfect chance to reveal a new belt.
Either reveal a new belt and possibly.
Because if not, they're going to have to do it the same way they did John Cena, Randy Orton at TLC, where they're going to have that stupid plate hanging and someone grab the plate instead of the belt, which I don't agree with.
Which is too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy to pull off. Where it just won't look right.
No.
But there is one up to this. With this Daniel Bryan thing, I can only see one up to it.
Cesaro wins title.
They need someone to step up in place of him.
However,
and unfortunately, I already know that Randy Orton's in there. If Orton takes the title,
Bray Wyatt's in there.
I'm pretty much speechless now. There we go.
Bray Wyatt's there. Sheamus, Cesaro.
Sheamus ain't gonna win it because he's already got his title.
Yeah, but how cool would it be for Bray Wyatt to do Sister Abigail off the top of a ladder?
That'll just be barbaric.
It'd be ace.
But I think Cesaro will take it.
Yeah. Cesaro, and then at the next one, I reckon it'll be Cesaro versus Lesnar. What'd be really interesting, and I think it does further the authority angle, is if Daniel Bryan ran in at the end and grabbed the belts down and went out just chanting, "Yes! Yes!"
Translation, stealing the belts.
Yeah, but if he climbs up and grabs him, it's his titles. And I think that would be really creative. Oh, sorry, I've just used the wrong word. WWE doesn't have one. Again, if you want to hire me, it's Breaking the Fourth Wall. My name's Nathan. You can find me on there. Message me. Vince, if you want to pay my airfare, I'm all over it, and I am better than the one-man band, baby.
Who is now literally a one-man band.
Well, it's 1.5-man band.
Ooh. That's wrong.
So, yeah, that was Raw. That was a downside to Raw where they stripped him. But if they're going to be creative, I could see him running in. Everyone's down on him, just stealing the titles and running back up the ramp.
Yeah, but I can't see them doing that. They won't allow it.
It'd be interesting writing points. Because if it's going for the next pay-per-view, then that's fine.
But if they do have a second one, who would you say should be in it?
Ziggler.
Oh, definitely.
BMB.
Good call there.
Rollins.
Rollins needs to be in there. Roman Reigns?
No. Roman Reigns needs to cost Randy Orton, the main one.
Well, I think Roman Reigns should be in that because you can have Orton costing the Money in the Bank. And then,
Fandango. I'd like to see Fandango in there.
I think he could do some interesting stuff in there.
Yeah. Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston will have to be in there.
And the man that gravity forgot. Adrian Neville. I'd love to see a red arrow from the top of a ladder.
Unfortunately, they won't bring him up yet.
Or Sami Zayn.
He should have been up long ago, but...
If Bo Dallas gets in one of these ladder matches, I am flying over to the next pay-per-view and I'm going to kick him square in the nuts, and he better believe that.
I think he's just getting what he's getting because of his Brother.
He's not as good as his brother. He doesn't deserve to be on telly. It's the most
unfortunate-
useless piece of shit that has graced my television screen.
Unfortunately, most people may not believe that Bo Dallas, his brother, is
Dum, dum, dum. Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Who you quite look like today when you came in looking with your hat and your jacket on. If we can get a picture and post it on Facebook later, we might have to. But he was quite looking like that. If we could get a sheep mask, he might even look like Rowan as well. But it was a good mix. But
I'd need the beard, of course, which...
yeah. But like you need to believe it to see it. Like we do have a Bray Wyatt double sitting right next to me in the Breaking the Fourth Wall office.
I have had that when I'm wearing the white hat, but without it, I get more reference to Dude Love.
Yeah, but what else am I missing quite recently? What else has been bad? No Divas champion on Raw. That's annoying.
Hate that.
Good that they're building up the tag team titles. It's been announced.
Time.
It's been announced for Money in the Bank that it'll be the Usos versus Harper and Rowan.
You can see them taking it.
No, I can't.
I
The
can.
Usos will retain.
No, I can see them taking it.
I can't.
Usos been champions for a long time.
It hasn't been a long time. It's been 3 months.
Longer than most.
It hasn't. Look at the last couple of title reigns. If they don't hold it as long as the Outlaws, I'll be disappointed.
Fair enough. But
Because who else afterwards is going to feud with either team?
no, but they can go back and forth and bring more.
Bring the Ascension up. Or I've seen Cara go with Ricardo Rodriguez
No.
as our local.
Whoa. Well, he's already got our local's already got a tag team partner.
He hasn't because they swap him over. Sin Cara teams with Kalisto on NXT. Spoilers. Sorry, people.
Yeah. But Kalisto is phenomenal.
Yeah. Prince Devitt has signed with WWE's NXT.
Yes.
And John Cena's going to have to make a new T-shirt because Kill Steen Kill has been announced.
Yeah, that I've got to say
is a signing.
It is a signing, but will they hinder him?
Whatever they do with him, that is a signing off. If Bray Wyatt can get a monster push off being a psycho, I think Steen could get like a Bam Bam Bigelow ECW push just for being a bad man.
A bad man? Are you kidding me?
He can even come out to that.
Did you even see the feud he had in ROH against Al Generico? All of a sudden went missing, and then a certain NXT superstar Sami Zayn came onto the scene.
Doesn't NXT remind you now what Ring of Honor was, just with WWE behind it?
But did you see the feud?
Yeah. I saw the double and the loop powerbomb through the actual ladder.
Oh, you're on about Ladder Wars.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What a match.
Ladder Wars, you're on about.
Yeah.
I watched it, I've seen it. That was that was technically Al Generico's last match before he left ROH.
But brilliant. It just seems like NXT has seen what good work Ring of Honor are doing, and now bringing across the good bits. I want Shelton Benjamin back.
We all want Shelton Benjamin back.
I aren't bothered if Shelton Benjamin only signed a 1 match a year contract just to compete in Money in the Bank.
Well, I've actually been a lucky person to actually see him in person, and I don't care what anybody else says. Phenomenal.
He is the gold standard. So what else happened on Raw? So we've had lack of Divas titles, good push on the tag teams.
Daniel Bryan, as you mentioned, Daniel Bryan being stripped.
I've missed my Rhodes bust. I've missed my Rhodes buds, not busts. Thinking of Summer Rae there. What else happened?
Or somebody else who keeps messaging. Never mind that.
So what else happened?
Go on.
Trying to think what else happened on Raw. Stephanie McMahon's had a nice battle with John Cena about a boobs implant.
Ooh.
Talking about busts, we might as well get that out there. If you've actually missed that segment on YouTube, please go watch it. It is old style John Cena.
I was just about to say, I'm expecting someone to either have that on TV or on replay, or someone's going to be on YouTube right now.
It's on YouTube. It's an awesome promo. And Stephanie quite handles having her boobs insulted quite well.
Well, she's had many years of it from Chris Jericho and The Rock.
Yeah, but like they've sort of shrunk and grown back over time. Katie Price's boobs never shrunk and grew back over time. Like, they just got bigger.
Oh, man.
So she's probably had a boob reduction, boob reduction, and gone, oh, fuck it, Triple H, I'm having a boob job again. So, and Brie Balla's quit, supposedly, inverted commas.
Yeah.
Total Divas got a new cast member in Rosa Mendez.
Mm-hmm.
Is she still in Mexico? Is she still failed to get a passport from Puerto Rico? Do we really need her on there? You know, couldn't she have been future endeavoured with Oksana? One interesting point that I brought up on the on the teaser.
Go on.
Where the fuck did they find JTG?
Oh, you're not going to believe this.
Because that man has been hiding
You are
for
not going to
years.
believe this.
He had to answer his phone.
No,
They've
no.
been trying to ring him all day.
You're not going to believe this right now. I am not kidding you. Yesterday, we had people referencing JTG at EDW. At EDW. In fact, one of the guys who were late for the show but got his match in, even had the beginning bit of Bloody Crime Time as his entrance.
But where the hell did they dig him up from? He's been there 8 years. I haven't seen him for 4.
He's been in NXT. He's been somewhere.
He hasn't been in NXT, surely.
He has.
Really? Once?
Once.
That man is brilliant at hiding. If Saddam Hussein or Osama bin Laden took lessons off that man, they might still be alive. The US Army couldn't find JTG. Somehow we still managed to charge his phone up, though.
Without anybody knowing.
Yeah. And for some stupid reason, he decided to answer his phone.
Finally.
What an idiot.
But at least we now know he's there.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh,
But,
you had to quote that at me as I got the Bray Wyatt impersonation clothes on.
But yeah, so somehow they managed to find him to fire him.
Yeah.
Teddy Long's finally gone, so no more tag team matches, player.
I guarantee that there will be tag team matches, but somebody will get their Teddy Long essence somewhere.
I'm surprised Booker T's still there.
What with his top 5?
Yeah, with his fave 5. Sucky ducky quack quack.
What the hell does that
What a
mean?
line. That's brilliant. So what else happened on Raw? I'm just trying to think at the moment. Like normally we have the whole of Raw just sat here, but I'm trying to think of good, bad, and medium points, which probably tells you the state of Raw for the last 2 weeks.
It's been a bit disarrayed. It's had some good bits, had some bad bits, had some poor bits, but it's all over the place. You need to find that common
Happy
ground.
medium.
Yeah, and you haven't found it yet. But at least we can say they're doing much better than another company.
Yeah, for those of you that are aware or not, TNA's event this weekend is their WrestleMania. It's called Slammiversary.
Ooh.
Now, in whatever wrestling company you run, if you're having a main attraction that's supposed to be built like WrestleMania, how on earth does MVP versus Eric Young become your main event? Bearing in mind, you've got people like Bobby Roode, Bubba Ray Dudley, even Ethan Carter's got more of a star present. You've got Jeff Hardy, Austin Aries, Kurt Angle, Abyss. Do I need to go on? Magnus, Bobby Lashley's even got more event appeal, but I'll come to that in a bit. But how on earth does that become your scheduled main event?
Are you sure to be saying scheduled correctly?
Well, scheduled. Well, it was written in stone to be the main event until.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna say what happened, but
until England came to America's rescue and injured MVP at PCW. Preston Championship Wrestling, your owner deserves a knighthood because single-handedly you've just saved TNA's pay-per-view. Because now, the winners of...
I will go on the record saying I do not condone injuries and whatnot. Just
Oh, I don't condone, and I wish MVP a speedy recovery, but there's no way on this God-given earth that you should be main eventing a WrestleMania-type pay-per-view. If it was something like a TNA special.
Yeah, it was going to be the one-on-one.
Yeah, but now it's Lashley...
Not tag team, one-on-one cage match.
Yeah, steel cage match. But now it's Bobby Lashley versus... I forget who he's facing.
Samoa Joe.
and the winner of that match will go in. And then you've also got the winner of Kenny King versus Ken Anderson.
No.
It is, isn't it?
No. The supposed greatest man that ever lived.
Austin Aries.
Correct.
Against Kenny King.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the winner there.
I think would be a good match.
Yeah, it will, but
it's not. The problem is with that, I think.
It's too predictable because now Kenny King,
rushed.
Bobby Lashley are going to win their matches, go against Eric Young, they're going to do a double beat down, they're going to try pin him, one guy's going to pull the other off him, they're going to start arguing, and then Eric Young's going to escape out the cage and start jumping side to side with his fingers up in the air doing a Daniel Bryan chant, and it's going to be crazy. I'm more excited, and there's only one match I'll watch from Slammiversary, and that is Ethan Carter versus
Bully Ray.
Bully Ray in a Texas Death Match.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Which, for those of you that don't know what a Texas Death Match is, it's where you pin your opponent and then they have a 10 count to stand back up.
Basically,
A last man standing with a pinfall.
pretty much.
Whereas, if you want to make it interesting, I reckon they should have gone for a Taipei Death Match.
I don't think they'd probably get the commission for that. Health and safety would be all over that.
I don't care. If you're going to have death match in the title, you want an element of death involved.
This is wrestling. It's entertainment, not literally kill each other.
It's entertainment. It's TNA. The only entertainment's when Velvet Sky strides the rope. Or what's the name out the Menadrini?
Oh, you know about? Is it Rebel?
Rebel. God save that entrance. And the best thing about TNA is the knockouts. I wholeheartedly endorse the knockouts division. If TNA could put a 2-hour product out to the knockouts, I'd sit there, and probably the whole of the UK male population would sit there.
I don't think you'd just be watching. You'd be drooling, and I'm not going on record saying what the other thing would be.
Never mind.
Moving on.
So I'm a bit disappointed with Slammiversary. If you're going to have a pay-per-view, utilise your talents properly.
It seems a bit lacklustre, the TNA pay-per-view does.
Yeah, utilise it. You've got 4 pay-per-views a year. You must be able to put a decent fucking card together to sell to the people.
Unfortunately, they haven't done it, but the problem that they've got is they've been losing stars left, right and centre.
Have you heard that the poaching Ring of Honor stars?
Well, that wouldn't have anything to do with the Wolves being there, would it?
Yeah, the poaching TNA, well, not TNA, who'd want poached TNA stars. The poaching Ring of Honor stars to see if they want to come over. Which, in all fairness, if you're going to go somewhere and...
For pure wrestling talent.
For pure wrestling talent, you might as well go NXT.
Well, no, to be honest with you, ROH most of the guys from NXT...
Or from Ring of Honor.
But
if you're going to move on from Ring of Honor, you might as well go NXT. You're guaranteed your paycheck. Your check isn't going to bounce.
Pretty much.
You're going to get paid on time. Whereas if you go to TNA, you'll be running around asking Dixie on Twitter when am I getting my paycheck.
And you're guaranteed pretty much a on-screen presence.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, like, if anything, you just want to go NXT from Ring of Honor.
Pretty much.
If you want to carry on wrestling and proper wrestling. Not this sports entertainment wrestling that gets portrayed. I thought of another good point. The Summer Rae Layla feud's progressing nicely.
I was wondering when you were going to bring that up.
So that's going quite nice as well at the moment. NXT TakeOver, that was a good point from...
Good pay-per-view.
Yeah. Kid and Adrian Neville, brilliant.
Good match. People underestimate him.
Yeah.
They underestimate, not Neville, they underestimate Tyson Kidd. But
Tyson Kidd would do awesome if Paul Heyman was his mouthpiece.
True. But as Tyson Kidd, I don't think WWE have got much faith in him as Tyson Kidd.
No, he's just Natalia's wife. Well, I say wife, husband. He might as well wear the skirt and she might as well wear the trousers.
Ooh.
But it's
Ouch.
there.
I didn't say that.
Tyson Kidd, awesome talent, very underutilised. Argue with me if you want. I'm right.
I'm not arguing.
So that's mainly the summarise. We haven't. as much as it feels like I've missed talking about 14 hours of wrestling, if I'm trying to summarise good, bad points, like, it's watchable, but there's nothing that stands out and says where I can come into work apart from where I came in, speaking to a couple of my colleagues going, did you watch Cena Wyatt? Yeah? Did you see the bit where he threw the stairs over the rope and hit him in the face?
Yeah, pretty much. I think the fact is, I remember watching this and someone going, did he really mean, was that meant? And then saw the replays like, you think? That wasn't he tried to throw it and Wyatt wasn't quick enough. That was, he threw it and it was on target.
Yeah. So if we're trying to summarise 2 weeks, we haven't really missed talking about much.
You haven't missed too much because the pay-per-view has been good. Payback was good. They had a lot to deal with. Cena and Wyatt, the feud was brilliant. I don't think it's the end.
No, I don't
think it's the end. They'll bring that back up again later on.
In the year,
which they will do, guaranteed. And I think, and I can't see, there's only one other person who's been able to get under Cena's skin this much.
Randy Orton.
More than Randy Orton.
Who?
Edge.
Yeah.
Come off it, yeah.
That feud was quite funny. I remember watching the hotel scene where Cena went in and...
Yeah. I think what was so good about it is, one of the feuds that really got me going when Edge literally declared, you know the reason why I do this to you. And he goes, go on then. He just put it down to one line. I hate you.
Cena Edge was one of the best feuds of this century.
Yeah.
So far to happen. It was incredible. The storytelling was there, and there was some comic genius pieces in there. Amy Dumas and Adam Copeland had a lot of gonads to do.
Oh.
The best rated segment in WWE history since the Attitude Era.
Oh, and Lita Amy Dumas is hot in person.
Yeah, like them two together had the highest rated segment since the Attitude Era when they did the live sex celebration.
Of course they will do.
In brackets, but
the point being is, ratings booster. They were brilliant. They knew exactly what they were doing. They played on it, and what came out of it? An awesome feud.
Yeah, it was good. Like, Edge was John Cena's kryptonite.
Definitely. Well, he's sort of, no, I'd say more Luther, more so. Not kryptonite, because kryptonite, it was sort of, once it's gone, he was weakened, where, you got Cena, who's, the Superman, and then you got Edge, Luther. He'd find somehow to get under Cena's skin.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So that's so far what's happened or caught our attention. I do apologise about the rant on TNA. If they do something positive, I will cover it. Until that point, don't hold your breath. So, what have you got planned coming up over the next couple of weeks?
For me, at the moment, the only one I can clearly mention is June 27th.
I know you're tag teaming with a German.
Yes, I.
No singing 10 bottles.
I'm not that cruel. And besides, I can't sing, I dance. Remember? I'm the Fong Soul brother, not the singing choir.
Yeah, but so Matt's actually making history at United Wrestling. It's going to be the first intergender tag team match.
Next tag team match, yeah.
So which one's been the girl out of the two of you?
Funny.
You're going to have to get your hair cut so they can go between the two of which one's going to be male and which one's going to be female.
They're definitely going to know which one's which. I think more or less of the fact that I'm not small, am I?
No, but if you don't fancy making that night and you want someone to take your place, I'll happily take your place. I don't mind being thrown around by barricades.
You only won't do that is because you've seen my tag team partner. Am I right? Be honest.
No, I just like a name. Stella. It's a bit like an exotic drink over in the UK. If it's anything like the side effects, or if anyone doesn't know what Stella Artois is, if you're listening over in the US, Stella Artois nickname is the wife beater. and it's also known to make you a bit mental. So if Matt's partner's anything like the drink, she's going to kick a load of ass.
Pretty much. But then again, being involved in that match, just look at the side effects on the opposite end.
Yeah, you've got Felony and Barricade.
Felony, who's delusional. I've got to say, she's creepy. She's very creepy. I'd go almost saying Bray Wyatt creepy.
Yeah, but she can't make the lights go on and off by going,
BAP! True, but that's not him doing it. He doesn't do that, that's somebody else. But bear this in mind, she does the crab walk as well. Yeah.
No one does it as good as Bray.
Given, but...
However, just getting back to the Bray Wyatt thing very quickly.
But bear this in mind, she's psychotic. And who's she tagging with?
Barricade. The man is built like a brick shit house.
What happened the last time I faced him at Bids? Yeah. Who got almost put through the ring. But then again, bear in mind, I did have to take on the execution beforehand.
Just going back to the brat bit from the Bray Wyatt. Is that JBL that does that from a pre-recording?
I don't... Who?
JBL.
I don't think it is.
Who is it that does that sound effect?
I don't know.
I reckon it's JBL, where they've pre-recorded JBL and then just gone, oh, that's an interesting sound, we'll have that to cut them out with.
Well, you know, it could be Michael Cole.
It isn't Michael Cole. If Michael Cole went that high, he wouldn't have a set of bollocks.
And yet you still question his manhood, though. Anyway, back on to United Wrestling. Barricade. He's a monster. Best way of putting it. He's built like a brick house.
Yeah.
He towers over me. I'm not saying he's going to pummel me. I'm not saying I'm a weakling, but I'm going to give it a good go. And I can honestly say right on record now, I have beaten him. We've beaten each other a few times. You know, he's had some wins. I've had some wins. It's always the ending of whoever's winning. It's not a simple roll up. It's always something devastating.
Okay, so you've got United Wrestling, but not much coming up after that. Just to go back to the TNA point when we were on about like the TNA card, I was going to ask you before, and it just slipped to the back of my mind a little bit. So you're in charge of TNA booking at the moment. Mm-hmm. You can sign anyone that isn't signed to a WWE contract to make the TNA pay-per-view. Pick your card. You've got 7 matches to fill. If you need to add anyone to the roster, you can do. You've got 7 matches to fill. Whatever match type you want. We're going to have a look if we can come up with a better card than Slammiversary.
Do the champions still be the champions?
Yes.
Damn.
Well, there's only one champion there, isn't there?
Well, no.
Oh, it's Angelina Love as the knockout. The Bromans as the tag team champions.
No.
And
No.
who are the tag team champions?
The Wolves.
Oh, the Wolves. Sorry, the Wolves is...
Who were in the X Division match.
Yeah, the Wolves is tag team champions.
They don't know why.
And you've got... fucking Eric Young as TNA heavyweight champion.
You've got Eric Young and you forgot about the television title?
Abyss holds that, don't he?
Yeah, and he's had that for over a year. In fact, Steve even forgot about it on their show.
And you expect me to know this?
I only know this because I actually looked it up on the website.
Right, so you've got 7 matches.
First thing off, you've got the whole feud. Instead of making Willow versus Magnus, they've got a tag team there, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Abyss. Why aren't they using Abyss against Magnus? Wouldn't he be better than Willow? And don't you have more to fight?
Or why don't you go for a tag team match?
But then that would take off my other idea for later on.
Go on. So you're having Abyss versus Magnus?
I'd have Abyss versus Magnus.
Okay.
Because that would clearly show more, I think. Then, because if you think about it, Magnus berated Abyss.
Yeah.
He berated him. He'd have more to offer than Willow.
Yeah.
Then you've got the tag team titles, the Wolves. I wouldn't care. I would get a contract and get Bad Influence back.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's 2 matches.
Oh, come on. Would you watch that match?
Kaz and Kazarian.
Yeah, against the Wolves.
Well, Daniels and Kazarian versus the Wolves, yeah.
Would you want to see that?
Yeah.
You'd pray for it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so there's 2 matches. Next.
Straight off the bat. X Division.
Yeah.
Make it an Ultimate X.
Yeah. Do you have the same participants or?
Personally, no, because the Wolves already were in that, but they're already gone. So I'd have I would consider Target Uno. Manic, yeah, because he's always there. You then got Sonata, so then you've got three. Is it three more spots
Yeah.
left? Jay Lethal from ROH,
Yeah.
solid wrestler. Is Alex Shelley around?
Yeah, he's in Japan.
Why not bring him in?
Yeah.
And is Saban still there?
I think he's going over to Japan as well.
Why not have him in?
So that's match 3. Match 4.
Match four. One match I'd guarantee keep on. EC3 versus the Bully.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. I'd have to keep that.
Yeah. But would you have it as the same match or
Yeah.
would you have it as a different one?
No.
So that's 4.
Yep.
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
How many matches have I got filled?
7 or 8.
Seven or
I'll let you choose between 7 or 8.
Okay, you've then got Lashley and Joe. Submission match.
Yeah.
Submission match. Because that would bring the fact that, an MMA star versus the Samoan submission machine.
Yeah.
And then you got Aries versus Kenny King. That would be a good match.
Yeah.
Regardless. Main event, well, I wouldn't put them into brackets to go into the cage. But the main event, you've got two guys that were fit in that missing them 2 missing spots.
Go on.
It'd still be a 2-on-1. You've got the champ.
Yeah, against James Storm and Bobby Roode.
You already read my mind.
Against Beer Money.
Yeah.
And I'd have them come out as Beer Money.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Is that a good card for you?
I'd just have them come out as Beer Money because I just want to listen to. Sorry about
Sure,
your damn luck.
Straight in. What do you think of that idea, though?
Yeah, solid card, which improves what they've got at the moment. If I was going to go for a card...
and bear this in mind, people, that was just off the cuff. I haven't even had minutes.
Yeah, like say, we normally have a plan for what we're going to go through, but, we're just trying to do it off the cuff today, so if it sounds like it's just rushed it's...
It might sound a bit hectic. If you do like it this way, please let us know.
Yeah, but hopefully we're going to try to throw a plan together for next week. But this idea, just talking about the card, the card was Luster, but that's a better card. If I was going to go for it, match 1, I'd have Austin Aries.
Oh, let me just point out, my match order was not in any order.
So
it's in random order, that was.
Yeah, I've had a little chance to prepare because Matt's been just...
dropped in it.
Yeah, waffling through it. So I'd have Austin Aries v Kenny King v Chris Sabin.
Ooh.
In a 3 corners #1 contenders match for the X Division title at the next one night special pay per view.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be my first match.
Yeah.
Match 2, I'd have as an exhibition match. I'd have it as a 4-way Monsters Ball. I'd have Abyss versus Willow.
Versus Bam.
No. Versus Magnus. Versus Raven.
You'd have to have Raven back, but he's retired now.
I said anyone who hasn't got a contract signed.
Oh, good point, yeah, you did.
And I reckon Raven would come out if the idea was good enough to justify him coming out. So, if you get the build-up of that, no one knows Abyss better than Raven.
Oh, he's...
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, so... And
bear in mind that you've got Magnus in there who's been psychological on Abyss.
Yeah.
You got Willow trying to save him, and then Raven, the one who started the head games.
Yeah, it's the wild card. You could have Abyss and Willow teaming up against
And then personally,
Raven and Magnus.
Would you have that as a number 1 contender?
No, I'd just have that as a Monsters Ball. Just to
throw in?
Yeah, just a match. This is your crowning achievement of the year. Willow's been coming out the last couple of weeks saying how people haven't seen anything yet. So let him have a chance on to show people how we could go.
And how sadistic he can be, where because if I recall, he even went as far as quoting saying he goes places where Jeff Hardy doesn't.
Yeah. So as match 3, like the crowd would need a chance to get down after that match. I'd give that match about 20 minutes.
Oh my God! I just realised I've just missed a match off.
So I'd stick in.
I missed the ladies' match.
Yeah. Well,
how stupid am I?
I was going to chuck the ladies' match in here.
Right. All I'm saying to you is my apologies. I would add that match in and make sure Angela Love and Gail Kim would be involved in the match, but I'd also try to sneak in Angelina. No, well, a certain your favourite.
Velvet Sky.
Yep, Velvet Sky, and possibly another one. Probably Madison Rayne. Make it a 4-way.
Yeah. Well, I'd have the Beautiful People versus. Who could we have? See, I'd have the Beautiful People, but for one night only, I'd bring back Lacey Von Erich because I miss Lacey Von Erich, and I'd have them against Gail Kim.
Yep. Madison Rayne.
No, Brute Tessmacher.
Ooh.
And a returning Awesome Kong.
Ooh.
And I'd have that as a 3-way with Awesome Kong winning.
Hang on.
I'd have that as
Gail
a 6-man
Kim tagging with Awesome Kong.
Yeah, like because she could return as a face, like because she's just come back
that
from.
That wouldn't normally happen.
I know, but anything can happen with a very good storytelling.
True.
So I'd have that happen.
Very true.
Next match 4, I would happily stick. So match 4, I'd have as like your power match.
Yeah.
So I'd stick a face Bobby Roode.
Face. Ooh.
So I'd have Bobby Roode versus Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
So I'd have Bobby v Bobby.
Just so you can say Bobby versus Bobby.
Yeah. Match 5, I would have Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Go against Kenta.
Oh. That would just be brutal.
Yeah.
No, but bear in mind, with yours, you're bringing a lot of outsiders, where mine, I managed to do it with their current talent.
Did I say to you could use
True.
anyone you wanted?
No, but just bear in mind, I do like the idea of what you said.
And if we're looking at it so far, I've only brought in 1, 2,
3.
3, 4 people from outside. 3 of them have already been in the company before. So there's only 1 that hasn't been in. I don't think Kanta's been in TNA. I'm probably wrong.
No, Kenta.
Yeah,
he has.
Okay.
I know Kenta.
Yeah.
No. No.
Okay, so that'd be my match 5. Match 6, I'd have a 3 stages of hell match.
They don't call it 3 stages of hell though, do they?
I don't know what TNA call it, but I'd call it a 3 stages of hell match. I'd have Ray versus EC3.
Yeah.
But I'd have the first 4 as a tables match.
I'd have that second.
The second one, I'd have as a Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I would have as the Texas Death Match. As a third fall.
I'd go against that because technically that makes the second match redundant a little bit. If you got what I mean.
Or like if you're gonna go that way, I'd have like the second one as like a cage match or something.
Something, that'd be more better because last man standing, that aspect would be better. You wouldn't want to see the 10 count done twice, would you?
Or I'd have the Texas Death Match second and then go with the cage third because you'd want to keep your cage down there for your main event.
Possibly.
So, and then match 7, I would have, and I'll probably get a lot of heat for this, just because he probably doesn't deserve to be there, but it's Slammiversary, it's 10 years, and I'm going all out on the card because
you're
you want to have
Jeff
the best
Jarrett,
one.
aren't you?
I'd have the King of the Mountain,
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett.
You'd bring back the finger, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't bring back King of the Mountain.
Right.
But I'd have Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Versus Eric Young. If he's got to have the title, he's got to have the title.
Yeah.
Don't agree with it. But versus Eric Young. Like, if they wanted to keep MVP in there, they could have MVP in there if he was fit and well. I know he isn't at the moment. versus I'd want another person in there who's got a nice appeal. I'd bring back Sting.
Yeah, but there's that if and ahhing with the contract thing though.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a contract at the moment that's been signed. So I'd have my main event, if MVP wasn't injured, as Jeff Jarrett versus Eric Young versus MVP versus Sting. And I'd have Sting win it, as he's been the face of TNA.
Yeah.
And this is your anniversary event. This is 10 years.
Well, if you think about it, Sting's only lost once.
At Slammiversary.
Oh, no, my mistake. My mistake, that's Bound for Glory. Slammiversary isn't their main WrestleMania.
No.
Bound for Glory is.
Yeah. But
it's still...
It's like a SummerSlam.
Yeah, a little bit. It's still a big event.
Yeah, like they built it up to be good, but both cards...
Slammiversary is the actual month when they actually started.
Yeah, so both cards there, and for the first time ever, we've actually done something positive with TNA.
There you go. You called it early already.
Yeah, so there you go. So there's a card that both of us think could probably be a bit more suited to it. So on that bombshell, thank you, Jeremy Clarkson. We're going to wrap it up there.
Well, not quite, because we've got the plugs yet.
Yeah, well, it's cheap plugs time, but as content goes, we're going to wrap it up there. Oh. You're due to swan off for a nice meal somewhere.
Yeah, but I've got to make one little call out for somebody because I was requested it from yesterday at EDW. They've also got their own podcast. The higher ups there, they do their own podcast, which I've actually listened to myself, and it is very very interesting. And they're most likely even going to be considering even listening in to our show, so we might get a bit of back and forth with it.
I'm sorry if you're easily offended.
They're not. They'll probably be more rooting for you. I'm expecting. It's the Wrestling Gazelle podcast. It's known as the Wrestling Gazelle podcast. Have a listen to them. It's quite good. They covered some interesting facts about the recent releases and whatnot.
Yeah.
They covered it quite well, like ourselves, but they sort of went into it a bit more in depth with it, and went into it more psychologically. If you're into that sort of thing, but have a listen to them. I'm giving a bit of a shout out there.
Yeah, hopefully if they plug us back, fair enough. If they don't, never mind. We are wrestling's plug.
Well, we have to be. I will point out though that EDW have got another pay-per-view coming up, another event coming up, which is August 1st. August 1st.
Brilliant, it's payday.
You like that one, don't you?
Yeah. It's halfway through a month when everyone's skint.
Pretty much, yep. So will I be expecting to see you there, possibly?
Maybe.
You never know.
If nature doesn't call, I might have come.
Well, as we've now just done that plug.
So there's cheap plugs for them. I've got a cheap plug. A person who I work with who is trying to go for music. You may have watched some of his videos if you follow me on Facebook, if you're unlucky enough to do that.
I've even plugged him.
His name's Scott Powell. If you get a chance, he's done a couple of videos at the moment. One of them's called Get, and the other one is Heartbreak Down, I think it's called. Listen to him. He's absolutely brilliant. It's proper driving music, old style rocking.
Definitely. I believe the band name is called Lazy Eye.
Yeah, Lazy Eye.
Recommend you. Me personally, I recommend anybody to listen to it. Even though I've got like a bit of a mixed, wide variety of music, and at wrestling I'm more funky.
So yeah, cheap plugs now. Where can we find the bad boy of British wrestling apart from sitting on his arse in the office on a Saturday?
Oh, funny. You can find me on Facebook. As you know, Matt is Matt Burns UK. Find me on Twitter. Would you care to do the bomb? Which is
Matt Badboy Burns.
Of course, as usual. You can contact me on mattburns04@hotmail.com. I even now have my official webpage up.
Have you got Instagram yet?
No. No, I'm not touching Instagram. That's not my thing, if I'm honest with you. My website is www.matt-burns.co.uk. If there's any feedback you want to give me on that website, you're more than welcome to on the contact page. So you can contact me through there and whatnot. Would you care to move on now?
Okay, so if you want to contact us personally, either me or Matt, it'll mainly be me because he's a lazy fuck.
I'm not lazy.
It's Breaking the Fourth Wall, which is Facebook. You've got Wrestling's Fourth Wall on Twitter. You've got BT4W at Outlook.com if you want to email us. We do check it, even though this week I haven't checked it, so if you have, I do apologise.
At least I've been checking it.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Funny.
Really?
We're going down this road.
No, I'm done now. So you can find us there. So other than that, folks, you can find me, Nathan Goff, on Facebook, and I'm pushing towards maybe making my own Twitter if you're really that bored and you want to hear some rants. So apart from that, folks, have a good weekend and watch your local wrestling shows.
Oh, definitely. Highly recommended. So bye for now.